Guys, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to Two Brother Vlogs. Oh, that's a beautiful dog.
Time is 5 o'clock and he's saying good morning. Good
Yeah, because we upload the video in the morning only, no? So obviously it's morning for them. So fancy stuff. Okay, we have Kissy Mama also on board with us,
Yes.
and we are
Driving this strange car.
yes the
I'll never get used to this.
IMT. We're driving Kishore's Sonnet, which is very strange. It's an IMT gearbox, so it doesn't have a clutch, but you actually have physical gears. Yes, as you already seen in the thumbnail, we've actually hidden it from you for a very long time. We have booked the Mahindra XUV 700 as well.
And we haven't taken test drive of that car.
Yeah, we haven't driven it so far.
We asked the showroom if we can shoot a video and also give a small, impressions video as such, because we will do a full stretch review and do the complete
Basically, a comparison between the Safari
and
the XUV 700 will be pretty much first on our channel, because we will be owning both of them. We can give you an unbiased review or comparison comparing both those vehicles.
look the first impressions of the XUV, because we haven't test drive the vehicle till now.
We've seen it when it was launched. We went to the showroom, but the test drives were going to be happening the next day onwards, and we didn't have time to test drive the car. Which model we're going to purchase, what we're going to do, we're going to keep that a secret, but it's going to be the XUV 700 which we are going to get, which will replace the Volkswagen Vento which is at home.
That's car. One of the amazing bits about this car, at this price range, the minute you close the door, the seat comes back to its position.
The three memory functions actually, 1, 2 and 3.
Someone has set it to aage for my liking.
But yes, you can store it, like let's say three people are going to drive, yeah, you can set the memory functions to 3, and 3 people can.
And mind you, this is the top end diesel variant, and this is a 4x2. 4x2 kadandi de?
Yes.
One second. Okay. Actually have rear view camera and also the front sensors. So this is the front sensor, right? So you have front sensors. It's nice.
And once you put the indicator, there is a display which is coming there showing the blind spots basically. And this car is surprisingly quieter than our Safari. Much quieter than the Safari, agree?
Yeah. Dual zone, dude.
Yeah. This car feels premium. This car feels really, really premium for what it is. It costs about that similar price point to the Safari. It's about 27, 28. I'm really sorry, but it's going to be a little dark, this video, a little dingy, because unfortunately we had to wait a very, very long time for the car to get the test drive of the car. And it's almost like 6. It's got 6 in the evening. There's the display.
It goes all the way around, but that's the best part because it's crisp. But the worst part is also the display because of the bezels. There are like way too many bezels. Screen in reality, in pictures, it actually when the car is off, it actually looks much bigger because everything will be black. But once it's on, because of the displays, you will be disappointed quite a bit. But
because there's a bezel of about close to 4-5 inches here, which shows an absolute dead space.
And the indicator is routed through the speakers. It's making a different sound compared to regular indicator ka sound. Safari had a hard steering wheel, right?
Yeah.
This I feel first impressions it has a better steering wheel. It's slightly lighter. But I have no idea about the feedback.
Yeah, that's something we won't.
And I heard this car offline. The speakers are amazing.
In reality, what did you check? You checked the one in the showroom, right?
Yeah,
what did you feel like?
Yeah, it was good.
So it's got a Sony system. It's got 12 speakers. They're literally speakers right here, on top of us.
This is a diesel. It's a top-end AX7 diesel
with the luxury pack on it.
And this is 180 to 180 bhp, close to that. And this is a test drive vehicle. So all of that factors considering in, this vehicle is giving out 7.2 kilometers per liter.
That's less.
you'll probably expect
Yeah, maybe a
close
little-
to 10 to 11.
Yeah, with this being the automatic, maybe close to 10, I think will be the ideal mark once it's kind of run. And I think the vehicle has only done about 600, 700 kilometers so far.
And the minute you get into, we are actually directly comparing to the Safari because we have ridden it quite a bit. And when directly comparing to that car and this doesn't feel that big. Safari feels extremely
Yeah.
big to ride.
As in, even if you sit inside on behind the steering wheel, this car shrinks on you. That's in a way that is a good thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it feels more natural when compared to the Safari. Safari, you sit behind the wheel and you'll start looking out the mirrors, trying to find the corners of the car as soon as you start entering any tight spaces. Not so much in this car.
And coming to the display, the inbuilt navigation looks. It takes time, though. It looks.
It is very clear,
Very clear.
and the displays and all are very quick for the touch response. Basically, you see that the response is amazing, and it's got a GPS tracker inside. It's got all the bells and whistles for modern age car, just like what we find in today's Hyundais.
And also, this car is actually equipped with that ADAS, with autonomous braking, lane keep assist and all. Right now, we are not on any highway, so we cannot test that out.
But we will test that out once we get our car.
Yeah, definitely. We. क्या hints छोड़ रहा है यार? You just said that which variant we are getting, we are not buying. We just said that, okay?
Exactly.
Safari had this electronic thing.
Yes,
It had electronic thing. Okay.
but it's on the seat, not like this, not like the
Oh,
Mercedes.
Not like the Mercedes. This is a Mercedes copy. And this has a ladder support as well. नीचे there's a rotating knob which does
Lamba
that.
support.
Lamba support. Ladder support क्या है? What am I talking about? Okay. Going into the back seat.
We will actually we'll stop the car in just a bit and then head to the back seat and test out how that place look like. Because it's the exact same key as the XUV500, in fact. There's no change in that.
It's big, but the cool feature, the minute you press lock or unlock, they go in completely, and that's
This is very Tesla-like. And this is only in the top-end version. The basic versions don't get this.
And if you unlock it, open.
Only the driver door opens. You press the unlock button again, and then the passenger door is open. Is that car looks very, very XUV500 like? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of these like.
Yeah, they look a little too much for our liking,
They're
right?
powerful, but it is too much.
Yeah.
Too much design going on there.
Too many elements running inside the headlight there.
Thing which I didn't like. Second thing,
The worst bit.
the window is still down here, but there is this gap.
How can Mahindra do that? Why did they design it like that? Something.
No idea. The
which-
window, though the window goes completely down.
They could have increased the sheet metal here or done something with that inside, so that this is not visible. This is the inside trim of the vehicle. That should not be visible.
Third bit. Online there were many reviews saying that the rear tail is plastic, it's composite fiberglass, but that's actually a good thing. All the expensive cars, they are actually like that. Even the Volvo XC90, XC60s, they actually have a composite tail. They don't have a metal tail, and it is actually more stronger, rigid than a metal. I have no problem with that. My major problem
And even the tail lights look very nice. They're very BMW like again in that sense.
So my major problem is not the tail, the dicky, or the lights. My major problem is this. It's like an afterthought.
So I don't think it is very clear. Talking about this piece, just this much of it, this looks absolutely like an afterthought. It looks like as if it's been stuck on top.
And also the camera. They should have placed it somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, so that it can be easily hidden and only the camera protruding out from there.
Camera is here. Tail ka, the release button is somewhere peachy. And if you open that, a very, very extremely small boot.
Yeah, with all the seats up, it is basically useless.
I need to pawn the light because it's getting darker and darker. Yeah, when the seats are completely flat, when the third row is flat, the rear trunk is actually smaller than the Safari.
Very much.
It's quite smaller than the Safari, but for 5 people, this space is more than enough. Now the train is disturbing us. And coming to the rear legroom, the middle row legroom, it's less than the Safari, but this is more than sufficient for you.
Yes. So again, problem where this thing lacks when it comes to Safari is the this is not on rails. Basically, the back seat is fixed.
You cannot push
Slide it forward and back so that people in the third
you
row.
can actually recline them. You can recline them. Quite. This is the furthest it can go, and probably you can sit like this, but this is again uncomfortable. Once you're used to that recline position, this is the best thing you can do.
And how do you tumble the seat is basically one switch, pull the lever up, and then the whole thing comes up. That's very easy. And third row comfort, Srijan is going to show it to us by going back. Oh, I can't. You can't? Safari's got more?
No, I can.
You can't sit there.
I can probably sit here for 5 kilometers.
And on Safari for maybe a couple of hours.
Couple of hours. This is extremely cool.
Again, this is mostly a 5-seater which with bigger boot than a 7-seater full blown. Safari advantages where it's got better rear seat, definitely. Where this trumps over the Safari is the technology. Both of them are quite safe cars.
Though you can actually increase the legroom a little bit by probably not reclining the seat so much, but Safari seats are much better here.
Yep.
In all 3 rows, Safari is more spacious. Both these cars are actually extremely well built. I need to give credit to Indian manufacturers for achieving 5 stars, Eurocap 5 stars, and the quality of this car looks premium.
Very.
And if you're, like Rohit said, if you're looking for a 5-seater, this is a good 5-seater than a 7-seater. Safari is better off as a 7-seater than a 5-seater.
And also one more thing, if the car is going to be self-driven, this is definitely the car over the Safari any day.
How many guys think that logo resembles the old Maruti ka logo?
For me, honestly, it doesn't resemble Maruti ka logo, but it resembles something even worse. I'll tell you. Whenever we go on the highway, we have a lot of dead bugs and butterflies and
Moths,
stuff. Yeah, all those die in the same shape. Like the lights are really, really effective. Like you can know how strong they are just by looking in the road. And there are modes. The diesel has modes in them. It's got zip, zap, zoom. Very funny sounding, but I don't know how effective.
Zoom is the fastest.
Yeah, zip is
for
basically city, zap is wherever.
Somewhere in the middle.
But this 180 horsepower sounds good. It actually is quite responsive.
The brakes are decent. Did you feel that?
Yeah, as in the car, it doesn't feel like the old Mahindra XUV 500. It feels very, very modern.
Did you notice the red light on the door?
Puddle lights.
Yeah, not exactly puddle lights. People can actually notice. People
there's a
will
door.
notice that.
Yeah, nice feature.
Nice feature. Clever feature. Comes to the bookings, we actually booked it on 7th of October itself. So we are one of
the bookings opened for this car.
Yeah, and we kept it hidden. And after that only we have taken the delivery of the Safari.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much both cars are here, and we are mighty impressed with the XUV 700.
This is the first time we've actually driven it. You know, we've never been. We've heard the engine note of the petrol, of the diesel before. We've never sat on a moving car of that before, and we were pleasantly surprised at how well it drives and how well it feels on the inside.
It feels good. It feels modern. And this is actually our first look and first impressions of the car. A detailed review of the car will come on the channel once we get the car on our hands, and also the delivery video will be live. And also by saying this, the entire vlog, we have actually changed the mic setup, and hope you guys the audio output from this video as well.
We've heard a lot of complaints. We knew about it, obviously, and everything which regarding to vlogging is very expensive. Sorry, yeah.
So we got a new mic, so we are still tweaking the audio levels on this. So
it might be a little off, but this is a way better mic than what we had earlier.
So okay, by saying this, hope you guys loved this vlog,
And seriously, want an orange?
have an orange.
Have an orange. Like that, bye bye guys. Love you a lot. In the
See-
next vlog.
See ya.
See ya.